The Minority Caucus also says it will move a motion for a vote of censure for a possible impeachment of the Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. Deputy Minority Whip Ahmed Ibrahim spoke to the press a while ago.
Not stopping with the motion for the impeachment of the Finance Minister. And now that the indication is from our brothers in majority that they support our motion, they must support us to move the motion on the floor. Because if MPs don't want finance minister, we cannot be blaming an Akufo-Addo. We have the power to use 183 ministers, 83 MPs to impeach him. So 137 plus 137, let's go inside. The Haruna Idrisu motion that he told Chairman Sabons yesterday is ready. Then we go and do it. But if you don't do this, then we reduce democracy. We reduce democracy as just mere talk shop. Majority, you don't want your finance minister. You go to cabinet meeting, then he asks you, when he was supporting bank campaign bill with the data bank, where were you? Then you come and keep quiet. He has messed everything. Now you come and do press conference that you don't want him. Let's go inside. The opportunity will be given to them, then we sack him. You sat down. Now they came to correct the communication outside to say that he performed in the first 3 years, and that's why he's not sacking. This is not what he told them in cabinet. The reason why Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo doesn't want to change Ken Ofori-Atta is that Ken Ofori-Atta used his data bank to support his campaign to become president. And therefore, the finance ministry is as a compensation to the finance minister. And that's why he's not sacking him. He said this to them in cabinet. The ministers were there and he threatened them. You didn't come out with such a motion or such a statement. So if they mean well, you need to test majority of parliamentarians to sack the finance minister. When we went to IPU, they told us that parliamentarians must walk the talk. More action and less talk. So it should not be majority coming to make a press conference, the minority coming to make press conference. If you have 137 minority, 137 plus 1 majority, and both sides believe that the finance minister is killing the economy, and therefore he must go.
Our man in Parliament, Abdallah Mohammed, joins us live now. Abdallah, what else been happening? Speaker Alban Backman's been speaking.
All right, so if you watched in the clips, we just played a press conference, 2 separate press conferences by the minority and the majority caucuses in Parliament. The minority caucus is saying that what the majority is coming to tell the press today is based on a caucus meeting they held yesterday, where they had agreed among themselves that the minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, was today coming to move a vote of censure, which requires that 2/3 of parliamentarians would be able to, move that vote of censure and ensure that the finance minister, who they have all this while called on the president to dismiss, would be impeached by a majority caucus in Parliament. So after that meeting, the minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, communicated their decision at the caucus level to the majority leader, Oseche Mensah Bonsu, who then relayed the information to some members of the majority who, amongst themselves, so decided that today they were going to hold that press conference, which was actually addressed by the Asante Akim North Member of Parliament and the Apia, where he also mentioned that their side, the majority side, are calling on the president to, as a matter of urgency, dismiss the finance minister and Charles Edubuahin, who is also a minister of state at the office of the finance minister. So as we speak now, the Speaker of Parliament has walked into the chamber. He is delivering his welcome remarks to members of Parliament. In fact, earlier on, he also mentioned to the MPs that he will be delivering that landmark ruling on the fate of Sarah Adwoasafo tomorrow, Wednesday. He will be delivering that ruling on whether Adwoasafo can still hold herself as a member of Parliament for the people of Dom Kwabenya, or she would have to vacate her seat based on the report delivered to the plenary by the Privileges Committee before the last session of the House went on recess.
Was that part of the actual plan for the House before this happened?
Sorry?
Was that part of the actual plan before this happened?
No, that wasn't actually. In fact, we all did not know when the speaker was going to make the ruling on the fate of Adwoa Safo until he came in a while ago and started delivering his welcome address to members of parliament, where he implored on MPs to report to duty on time and to ensure that they work judiciously and tirelessly to ensure that the lot or the concerns of their constituents at the end of the session of this parliament is addressed. So that was when he mentioned that tomorrow he will be delivering that ruling on Sarah Adwoa Safo. But the big news now, as we speak, is the fact that the Haruna Idrisu, the member of parliament for Tamalisa, who's also the minority leader, would move a vote of censure this afternoon to trigger a process for the removal of the finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, from office.
Right. And out there in Parliament, Abdullah Mohammed, thank you very much.